Hello everyone, and welcome back to finding out what is the best starter Pokemon. So basically in this we are playing through FireRed and Leaf Green with just our starter. Why do I not hear any sound? Oh, that might be how I fix that. Why am I hearing myself? Okay, I think I clicked the wrong thing on the settings. Why can I not hear anything? Like, I didn't do any changes. What is this eventually gonna tell us? I mean, okay, cool. Don't know what was going on there. Alright, so let us continue. Did a little previously, we got the bike. We left the underground, we beat Surge, and did I not already fight Misty? It's positive I fought Misty already. Oh yeah, I did. Not sure why it showed that, because I know for a fact I fought... Didn't I? No. No. Right? I guess I did fight Misty before Surge. I just did it like pretty much literally right before it. Anyways, I need to turn on a thingy. There we go. Yay. Alright, cool. Alright, so. Now that I think about it, why am I did not get Flash yet, did I? I did not. So, back we go. Yeah, essentially you have to go through Diglett's Cave to get Flash. Anyways, now, essentially I'm doing a starter only challenge run. Just to find out which starter Pokemon is the best. Now, right now, I have a feeling it's going to be between Charizard and Blastoise. Now, why am I doing a bonus Venusaur? A couple of reasons. The main reason, I think I was debating if I wanted to take on all these guys. Yeah. Let's go get Flash first and then come back. And we'll take on all those guys. So, long story... Okay, so... As I noted before, that when I was a kid, I played through FireRed and Leaf Green. First I played through FireRed, then I played through Leaf Green. When I played through them, I effectively solo-runned it with just my starter. With Charizard, I just used Charizard. And then, you know, for FireRed, I just used Charizard. And then for Generation 2, I mean, for Leaf Green, I just used, what was it? Well, I attempted to use just Venusaur. The reason why I say that is because I got to the point where Venusaur wasn't cutting it. So sometimes I would swap to another Pokemon, which specifically was a Farfetch'd. Don't know why specifically Farfetch'd, but that's what I was using. I just remembered when I was playing, if I remember right, when I was playing through, what happened was, I'm pretty sure I had an XP share on one of my Pokemon. The goal essentially was, I wanted to, at least I'm going to be able to actually get get Flash. Anyways, so when I was doing it, the goal was I wanted to get a, anyways, so the reason why is because back then, I pretty much only played with my starter. At least when I did, I think when I did my first game, Gold, I pretty much only used my starter. Funny enough, I did pretty much only give him, fire moves. Now that I think about it, I think I also gave him cut for some reason. Don't ask me why, I just did. So because of this, yeah, he's further down. But because of that, so yeah, I think I gave him cut, fire blast, flamethrower, and ember. I think eventually I adjusted his moveset, but yeah. 10 species. I know I have at least 3. I only have 5. You suck. Okay, what Pokemon do I have? That shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, we'll quickly catch, I guess. Yeah, I'm allowed to catch other Pokemon. I just can't use them in battle. If you honestly thought I was just going to, like, only catch them or blah blah blah. Okay, I already have a Pidgey. This is not going to be easy. I wonder later if I'm looking back, it's like, why do I have a random Caterpie in this? Are you kidding me? Come on, you're a level 3 Caterpie. Pretend to mash catch him and get in your ball. You know, since he only just threw a Pokeball. You kidding me? I only have so many Pokemon. I really don't want to have to go through Daily Cave. Not the cave. The one cave without Flash. Thank you. So, anyways, trying to think I don't think there's any Pokemon I can get for free from now until then. Don't need Caterpie. Why am I only finding Caterpie? There are at least Weedle in these grass. There we go. Yeah, because if I can catch Caterpie, Weedle, and then their evolutions, and either a Rattata or a Pikachu. I say or a Pikachu because most likely, whichever one I don't catch now, I'm going to be working on catching later. Assuming I can actually catch this thing. You're kidding me. You're a level 3 Weedle! Come on! I don't want to use up all the Pokeballs I have. Anyways, so, as I was saying, essentially that's kind of the thing. My goal is... Anyways, now, part of it is like, well, why don't you just base it off of that? Well, first off, it's been a while since I've played Leaf Green back when I was a kid. Because, you know, it's been a while since I've been a kid. But one of the reasons is simply because I wanted it on camera. And I kind of want to give Venusaur a little bit more of a what do you call it? Like a fair shot. And I was looking at his moveset, I think, in between episodes. And yeah, let's just say it's not looking very good for Venusaur. Cause yeah, Body Slam, like, cause like just about all of his other like good, decent neutrals type moves, you don't get until pretty much post game. So yeah, which means you're stuck with like offensive moves, basically Tackle and Razor Leaf. Which Razor Leaf ain't bad, except for, you know, the fact that it takes about, let's see, how many? Essentially, it takes about a couple of, either way, yeah, it takes like, there are a lot of Pokemon that resist grass. Bugs, poisons, and flying types. And Team Rocket is full of them, because I remember that was honestly like the biggest hurdle playing with Venusaur, trying to get through Team Rocket. Yeah, now there are ways, obviously. I'm probably going to go Sleep Powder Leech Seed. So, yeah. Wait, I'm down to 3 Pokeballs? Come on! Just get in your stinking ball! Are you kidding me? Like, all you have to do is get in the ball. If you don't get in the ball, I'm gonna have to go buy... Yep, I have to go buy more Pokeballs. Because I need 3 more. This is my Great Ball on a stinking Rattata. And then losing my money on more Pokeballs. In a solo run. Like if he busted out of the Great Ball, I would have been sad. Why don't I just evolve my Pokemon? Because I don't want to use them in battle. At least catching them, I feel like I can still say whatever. No, I need the marked. I think you eventually get Pokeballs. Why not? Hopefully I shouldn't run out of Pokeballs for the rest of it. Then again, I am going to attempt to catch the Snorlaxes. Mostly, I know, again, this is a solo run, but at the same time, this is a legit Snorlax. So, there's no reason not to try to catch it. Okay. I have 3 Pokemon. Now I just need to find a Kakuna, a Metapod, and or a Pikachu. Ironically, I found that one Pikachu. And now, yeah. I guess I'm just going to slowly make my way forward. And then eventually get access to other Pokemon like Geodude. The other ones. Why can you not be a Metapod? There we go. Assuming I catch it within 99 Pokeballs. Oh my goodness! A Metapod was caught first try! Like, I get they wanted you to incentivize, yeah, I know they wanted you I know they wanted to incentivize completing the Pokedex and stuff, but like, I kind of hate the fact that, well, I guess it's more, I guess really the only one you really have, like, really need for the journey is, I thought I fought you. I would have been a little sad if I forgot to fight someone. Kakuna, cool. I believe that's the last one I need. But there are other there are other ones that like it wouldn't hurt to have, but alright, so you're gonna be finicky. I see how it is. Come on. So, yeah, just so back with Venusaur, since right, I have downtime to talk about stuff. Essentially, you're looking at Body Slam. You don't get till post game. Takedown, you also don't get till post game. Sludge Bomb, like his only offensive poison type move, you can only get through. Say it with me. Post game. The only one that I think you can get. Wait, no. Yeah. Well, one of them might be on one of the like 1, 2, or 3 island. I forget. Maybe. No, I don't think it is. I think it's on like 4 island. I don't know. Anyways, and then what's the last one? Oh, he learned Earthquake, which was the biggest problem with Earthquake is the fact that you only get 1 in the game. Now, there might be a second one you can get, but there's only ones you can get in the game, which, admittedly, it is going to kind of lower, the fact, because to me, you want your standard set without having to use up, basically to have a decent moveset for... So in order for your Pokemon to have basically a decent moveset, to require a one-time only resource, that's not looking good for the Pokemon. You know, so that's gonna hurt his score. But then again, you also don't get it until the final gym, because that's literally your prize for the final gym. Sure, I have 10 Pokemon. Okay, cool. See, I won't lie. I'm almost positive that it was seen, but it is. I guess I might have just. Or maybe I forgot. Or I might be thinking of another game. I don't know. Anyways, let's get this crazy thing. I don't have to worry about getting any more new Pokemon. So the Lapras, at least. And the Snorlax. Alright. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your HM. Hopefully one of my Pokemon can learn it. Okay, good. Yeah, that's probably why he never gets Flash in his solo runs. Because, well, he does catch the Paris that can learn Flash. Getting Flash, you know, not only, like, granted, I guess, taking the time to get it. Not just to go to it, but the fact that you have to have 10 Pokemon in your Pokedex. Kind of lame. Oh, wait, hold up. I think there's an item over here. Thought there was. It might be an item finder item, but. Alright. So hopefully, while I'm working on Venusaur, and in Blastoise, I'll make sure to catch some more Pokemon as I go. Actually, what's the power points of Cut? Oh my goodness. And then Tackle is 35. Wow. Okay. Strange, I thought Cut was less than 50. But, yeah. I'm probably gonna give my Venusaur Cut. It's still super weird, though, that, it's got some less HP, but, I mean, admittedly, if Tackle is my only other option, I'd rather go with Cut. And yeah, I could give him like a second powder, but dang it. I am I'd rather have a neutral hit and one like Cut than take forever. It's weird. I thought Cut was either 30 power or I was positive that one of those had an item, but alright. With that, we're gonna go ahead and clean up these Pokemon. I mean these guys. Don't cheat. Okay. I won't cheat. I promise having a Charizard this early is not for me cheating. Alright, yeah. I'm keeping Ember for now. Because it's helpful power points. wonder if I should just... I'm kind of to the point where I'm wondering... Because don't get me wrong, I'm most likely not going to do the water routes. Unless I feel like I really just need to. Why is that? Because they're water routes. There's a reason why they said the whole too much water thing is because, you know, the whole tentacle, the Zubats of the ocean types things, you know? That, you know... That's the reason why he basically was the too much water point, was because of basically the whole cave thing and blah blah blah. It wasn't just because like an aesthetic thing. I do have a feeling that Venusaur is going to need this. Yeah, for probably Pokemon weak to fire, we use Ember for now. Debating if I want to teach Charizard Slash. I'll go ahead and flamethrower that one. Just in case. I can just imagine Charizard, he's just like... you know, it takes him out with like a little gust of fire. Eventually come back. Oh, they should be ready. Okay, we will be using Flamethrower because, yeah. There's a part of me that feels like I maybe shouldn't have taken these guys on, just so I could like try to further prove that, you know, one of the Pokemon is better. That's really wing attack. Most likely, unless I feel like I absolutely need it, no, I am not teaching him Fly. I don't really like Fly. Yeah, I know it's stronger, but not only does it have more accuracy drop, I don't know, I guess I just kind of like, more, you know. The fact it takes an extra turn just to actually use the move, I don't really like. I wonder if they actually could have, oops. I don't know. And it was like, I kind of wonder if they could have given all the Gen 3, like, overworld sprites, like, have them actually master their battle sprites. Because that is one of the things I kind of don't like about the earlier games. I think Gen 4 is when they all match up. But I don't think they did in Gen 3. And that's the thing. I do give oh, what's it called? I forget which game. Like, I give Gen 1 and 2 a pass on that because of just like the limited. First off, just the limited space. I mean, the more limited space, but also just, you know, how small it is and how small they need to make the sprites and blah blah blah. Yay! I can escape now. All right, 2 more guys. Oh, he's the best in his class. He's an honor student. Or wake it up. You have never lost. Okay. I almost want to say, doesn't he make his Pokemon explode? Yay! I don't know about that. Okay, cool. Unless I'm missing someone, I believe that's everyone. Yes, cool. Alright, I have a bike. It's funny because I typically don't use I don't use the bike as much because when it comes to adventuring, I think it's more fun that you're like walking through the stuff. That's one reason. So that's why I don't use the bike as often. But yeah. And then, like other games, I typically run the, whatchamacallit? Go ahead and reset PowerPoints, which is pretty much what we're doing. I should check to see if I can't buy some repels. Just to make getting through the stinking cave that much easier. $34 ain't terrible. It's weird how, like, in order to get out of this town, you have to either go through someone's house or cut down a tree. Alrighty. Alicia. It's weird I've already been playing for 30 minutes. Actually, almost 40. I'm going to attempt to get the Erica. How's it almost 9 o'clock? I thought it was like 7 when I started. Anyways, so as I said, I'm going to attempt to get the Erica. So, yeah, I need to get through Rock Tunnel. And then, once I hit Lavender Town, there's a couple of dudes in between the two. So, yeah. Aerial Ace. Okay, I'm actually no. I actually did want to see its power points. I think it's 60. Right there. Okay. So here's the thing. There's another reason why I'm trying not to use TMs, because I want to see how well. Okay, it's like literally the same power points. The only difference is it can't miss. Anyways, I want to see how well the starter can do without using resources like TMs. Because I feel like that is going to help it with, you know, determining how well the starter is. Let's see how well Metal Claw does now. Ooh, no, it still isn't one shot. Glad that missed. Oh, yeah. You only got 2, dude. Alright, this is a dead end, isn't it? Ooh. Ow! Got to remember that I have to... You would think just the fact that something's running on my computer, that it wouldn't kick it off. But it's like, nah, we don't want to do that, no. We want to kick it off just for, you know... Anyways. I don't need that. I can sell that. I think there's that guy up there, and I think there's another guy that I go out of the way to take out. I think it's a lass. I mean, if I really wanted to be a lot more efficient, I could be like, I try to like also minimum battles. But I don't want to, because, yeah. Granted, obviously, if you're running like a full team, you're not going to have a Charizard by now, you know? So there is that. I don't know about when you get a Charizard, but yeah, most likely you wouldn't have a Charizard by now. I want to say you would typically get one around Erica. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'd say around Erica. But, again, a lot of that is just because, like, you know, like, you're going to go up against the different, the gym leaders with different Pokemon. So, really, I feel like Misty... I feel like, yeah, Misty and Brock were, like, the only ones you really needed those extra levels for. And I can't deny that it's not a terrible idea to get a Charmeleon for Brock if you start with just Charizard. I mean, I guess you could also get the Mankey or the Nidoran, I think. I forget. No, I think you do get Mankey, I think. But, so that is something to consider. I might see about, like, how to get past Brock if you're using a full team. Because, yeah, it's really, I think Brock is probably... Wait, I don't need that. It's probably the big one, because you're going to get access to different grass type. Don't I fight you? I was about to say. But you're going to get access to different, yeah, you can get access to a grass type by the time you get to Misty. Granted, it'll be dual poison type because it's either going to be Oddish or Bellsprout, but, you know. But you're definitely going to get some access to better Pokemon once you get to Misty, so it's really Brock. It's probably going to be your hardest one. But at that point, you know, you could literally only use Charizard up through that point because really, he's going to be your main guy to get past, you know, all those bug catcher guys. So it's like, you might as well go ahead and just use Charizard. Or get him to level 16 and do it that way. Or, you know, get the Mankey. Oh, wait, why did I use his wing attack? I don't know. Oh. One program I actually... There's some assists that I think would be kind of neat. Like, oh no, AI sucks. But like, I think there can be some uses for it. Like, for right now, like, for example, it would be kind of fun to, as I'm playing this, have AI see what Pokemon I'm up against, and then it basically says, okay, then pull up a little thing that says this is their stats, you know? So it's quick and easy instead of me having to manually pull up their stats. Alright. We have reached the next... Actually, hold up. I believe there's a guy down here. Yeah. Which Pokemon gym? There's like 8 of them. I guess maybe she's talking about Misty's? But if so, and you got a Pikachu, like a level 20 Pikachu, you kind of suck. Oh yeah, that's another one you could probably have. I mean, maybe have by Misty is, you know, Pikachu. Okay. I will follow you and give you a flamethrower to the face. Alrighty. Now we heal up our power points and go on in. Now, I think, do you give something? No, I have not. I think Emerald's the one that adjusted all like the different breeding stuff. Because like they definitely is the one that did majority of your outside of battle things like suction cups and flame body. Alright, Paris, light it up! Alright, I have repels. Alright. Here is going to be potentially our third hurdle. This guy with his slowpokes. Because Slowpoke, I'm pretty sure has a decent special defense. Okay, maybe it's not you that has the Slowpokes. I know one of these guys has Slowpoke. He might have a Slowpoke, but... Yeah, because like Slowpoke has high special, I think. Special defense. And... it's a water type, so... okay, yeah, I know about... yeah, so... yeah, let's see. Okay. It's funny because I remember... but then again, actually, yeah, I don't... oh. Well, no, because I know I didn't have Ember. Huh. I don't remember what I had, because I know I had Brick Break, which I will note, if I wanted to, I could potentially have given him Brick Break. And it is a resource, again, it is a resource thing, but unlike, you know, Earthquake and things like that, you can get a new Brick Break. I don't remember exactly if it's... I think it's at the sell like department store, which, yeah, there's two ways, I'm pretty sure, that give you renewable TMs. One is the Game Corner, and the other is Celadon. Oh, you know, the store. There are going to be some people who's like, oh, well, you can get a better version or better fire type. Or grass or water type. And, I mean, you can with all of them. I feel like Charizard, like, if you don't pick Charizard, you don't get a fire type until, I guess, yeah, until, like, right before Erica's gym. Because, like, yeah, the route, like, between Saffron and Celadon is where you find, oh, what do you call it? I keep wanting to say Ponyta, but no, it's not Ponyta. It's, yeah, that's essentially where you get to find, Vulpix and, Growlithe. And then, obviously, you can get the Eevee to make it a Flareon if you wanted to. Granted, I don't remember, because when it comes to the Eevee, I don't remember what you can get with the Eevee. Oh my goodness, is the next trainer going to have a Squirtle? Yeah, see, I'm paying attention. But, yeah, well, where was I? Oh, yeah. Anyways, so, because, like, the next fire type, I think, is Ponyta, which I'm trying to remember where you get Ponyta. Because I keep thinking it's on Cycling Road. I don't know why I used that, but we used it, so. Oh, nice. Yay, level 40. I remember, like, back as a kid, I know Lance gave me trouble. So I should note now, I am at the point where I'm kind of recently I did a Charizard only run, and yeah, I got all the way up. I did it on like when I was playing like my Game Boy Advance. Whatchamacallit? Like Game Boy Advance copy of it, because I did, like I said, I did it during the decks. And I guess this is more for people who didn't watch the last 2 episodes. Which essentially, okay, so when I was doing that, yeah, I remember. Essentially, I did not get. I only got like I can't remember if I. Okay, I do not remember if I fought the 8th gym. I don't think I did. Now, why did I stop? Well, because I was mostly playing through it. Because, the main reason I was playing through it was so I could get, like, the version exclusive Pokemon. And you don't need to get to, Victory Road to get any exclusive Pokemon. So, that's how I got it. Yeah, so essentially that's how I got it. Yeah. As for other Pokemon, Anyways, so the reason why I went that far was because in order to get the Magmar slash Electabuzz, is you can only get it on one island. I think it's in Let's Go where you find at least Magmar in the mansion. Like the Pokemon mansion. And I think Electabuzz can be found in the power plant. I don't think you can get it in FireRed and Leaf Green at the power plant. But even if you could, I think it's rarer. Either way, I pretty much stopped at that point, so I didn't finish it. And so I don't know how solo running it does that. And technically, I would be at the point where I was. Granted, I had, like, I was using Flamethrower, and instead of Ember, I had, what do you call it? Brick Break? Because I taught it to Brick Break, like, I gave it Flamethrower and Brick Break, so I kind of know now that at the very least, I can get through to, that place. If I remember right, I didn't even, like, I don't think when I did the Rocket Hideout, I mean, Silph Co., I don't think I actually even fought all the trainers there. Yeah, I think I only fought, like, the one necessary one. Right, yeah, I can run. I have a repel. Yeah, I can escape. I want to try something. I want to see how well Flamethrower does to a Geodude. Okay. Granted, I am nearly double its level, but let's see what it does to a Graveler. I know Onix does not have good special defense. Yeah, that's just funny. Alright. Is there a guy up here? No. Alright. We're almost done. But what if something else bends the twig? Like, I don't know. But anyways, granted, obviously, like I said, I was using Brick Break. and now I'm currently not, but I still have access to it. And once I get to Celadon, it becomes more a viable thing because, like I said, it depends. I'm gonna not use it as much as possible because, like I said, if I feel like you have to use a resource, which is mostly TMs at this point, if you have to use a resource to make the Pokemon better, or if it can be good without using resources, that gives them some, nice things. Which kind of leads to Blastoise. Like I said, I played through with both Charizard and Venusaur back when I was a kid, and then Charizard recently. Except, again, I didn't get all the way. Oh, another thing I should note. I think when I was a kid, I was using the experience share. I know I started using it for the one, and I brought that up a while ago, was because... Okay, so essentially, the reason... Okay, so essentially is... So we had that, right? The experience share, at least in these games, it does change how much a Pokemon will get. Meaning, I think in other games, it's set up so that eventually future titles, and I'm talking about like the held item, not the one that you can turn on and off. But from what I remember is it's set up to where so if Charizard has an experience share, if a different Pokemon had experience share right now, I would actually not get as much experience as I would if I didn't have one. Now, that being said, I still remember Charizard evolving at the SSN, even though part of me says he actually evolved sooner than that. But that also could be because, I think, because I remember him evolving on the SSN, not like right before Surge, right? Or whenever it was. Keep thinking that I've actually solo runned. Yeah, I might have solo runned it another time. Like, probably on an emulator or something like that, but... I remember those Slowpoke being a little bit more annoying. Oh. Was there something down here? No. This is something I care about. Yeah. It's dark. No, it's not dark. It's like... No. I wonder how many players actually try to traverse this in the dark back in the day. And even now, I suppose. Because, yeah, there's so many people playing FireRed and Leaf Green for the first time. It's kind of crazy to me. Seeing so many people talk about this is like the first time they've ever played it. But, I tend to, I play, like, the older games a lot. Maybe not FireRed and Leaf Green as much. But, still. Yeah, Pokemon, let's start. Yay! Alright, time to start the battle. Ariana, do you become Team Rocket's admin? Oh man, I still remember so much. I think it's because of Surge in the anime, how he's like, after Ash has him use, like, I think it was a Thunder Shock. He's like, Surge would be like, show him a... No, he did say, he's like, after Ash did a Thunder Shock, he's like, Raichu, show him a real Thunder Shock. And so anytime, anytime I get hit with a move that I knew that I'm using, I'm always like that. I'm like if it's like he just hit me with Ember, I'm like, show him a real Ember. Yeah, it's weird. I think I just now remembered, like, where that actually came from. Oh yeah. So either way, so the reason why I was using the experience share was because since at this time I was still basically solo running my Pokemon. I mean, when I played, because like Gold, I only used Typhlosion. Ruby, I only used Blaziken. Granted, when I played Sapphire, I actually used 2 Pokemon, Sceptile and Swampert, because I actually did do the whole trade thing. And it's kind of like a story thing. I like the idea of like the fact that, you know, my main character at the time picked Torchic, and then since there wasn't a third version at the time, I like the idea that the rival picked the ones that I didn't pick. And yeah, I say I because at the time it was essentially a self-insert character, which was my main character. So, I don't know why I'm using all my flamethrowers, but we be using all the flamethrowers. I think I was talking about something before this. Anyways, so either way, okay, yeah, so that's what happened. So I was using that, and so that's why I think it's a little bit different, because I don't think my Charizard was as strong as it could have been, because I was giving a Pokemon an EXP share, because I knew that... Why did I use Flamethrower again? Whatever. Because the reason why is because I knew that once I got to the end of the game, I wanted to have more Pokemon closer to its level. So that's why I ended up doing that. But that's why I'm pretty sure the Charizard I had when I originally played through was at a lower level than it would have been. The Venusaur, I know I was doing that because I was doing that same thing and I was giving it to a Farfetch'd for whatever reason. And I don't remember specifically why I picked Farfetch'd, but I guess it's because I thought it would be cool for that specific character. So either way, so here I did. I had this Pokemon character with that move. And yeah. And then, but I got to the point where I got so tired of, okay, I want to see if Flamethrower can knock out an Onix. Even though I am double its level. It can. Cool. Alright. So yeah. So, that's essentially what it was. And I remember getting so burnt out on how long it was taking to do the rocket battles, because like, again, mostly poison types, a lot of flying types, and so I got so tired of it that I kept just swapping back to using I started using my Farfetch'd a lot more. I think the other reason why is because I was expecting more double battles, and there's a battle on this one bridge that I keep thinking, I'm like, oh hey, this battle is a double battle, when it's not, even though part of me almost positive that it was a double battle. Now, are we going to get to that battle? I don't know, because it's an alternate route, but I might end up getting it with Venusaur, because I feel like Venusaur is going to need more of those battles for the Elite Four. Alright, we are nearly finished with getting to Lavender Town. Then, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and head to Celadon. And I'll be right back, hopefully. I'm going to continue going. I have no idea if, like, I don't know if, like, because, like, it's like an eye icon that shows it. I don't know if that actually mutes it or not. So you might have heard that. I don't know. Anywho, we are... Yeah. So, the interesting thing is because I don't remember if the Eevee you can get, because there might be a reason why you don't want to immediately evolve Eevee, and that's I think to get quick attack. But I could be wrong, and this specific Eevee could actually have quick attack. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I've collected this Eevee. So I might, like I said, I might go ahead and collect it just because I'm curious if it has quick attack or not. Because if so, then yeah, you can immediately evolve it to make sure. Because like you have to make sure that you evolve it in time so that it can learn Ember. In fact, I actually don't think it learns Flamethrower unless you evolve, like without TM. Actually, I think, yeah, I don't even think it learns Ember without a TM. Of course, you're making me use freaking wing attack. After you lowered my attack. Ha! We critted you. So we win, you don't win. Yay. I wonder how interesting it would have been if they didn't include Pokemon. Like, for example, if none of the trainers use version exclusive Pokemon either. Okay. Like, I'm curious when he said you should be informed. Is he talking about the fact that... Is he saying that he believes that I am? I mean, that I should be informed? Like, yeah, you are informed, so you, like, as in, like, you should be informed? Or is he saying that this is something that I don't, like, think you know, but you should know, you know? Oh, you're definitely going to flamethrower. I am not dealing with minimize. Anyways, so back to the TM things and resources. Blastoise is going to be interesting because, again, I've never solo runned it with, or attempted, because technically I attempted to solo run with, oh great, I forgot. This is a double battle. We are going to just... Right. We're just going to keep swapping between them. We might as well go ahead and do the Caterpie. Granted, we already got to the point. Like, we already got past the I need another Pokemon thing. How many levels Caterpie's going to get? Pidgey got one. I think I probably should have done Metapod instead. I didn't have my Metapod on me. See, one of the reasons why I think it's a little sad to be like, oh no, you used another Pokemon. It's like, well, they didn't do anything. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, you saw it. It attacked the Weedle, or whatever Pokemon I had, meaning it technically did do something. Because otherwise, that hit would have landed on Charizard only. Apparently this location right here is once you get the Versus Seeker, it's actually not a bad place to train for like the Elite Four. Now, am I going to get the Versus Seeker? Who knows? Because, you know, I'm pretty sure that's locked behind getting a certain number of Pokemon. So I guess it makes sense, you know, not only because, again, the first games want to incentivize you collecting Pokemon, but also just the fact that, I don't know, everyone else just stands here like that. But either way, it's like, so, anyways, so, and it's also the first games, so yada yada. Not to mention the story, like, it's funny, like, the story in this, you set off on your adventure to complete the Pokedex, which I think this is really like the only time that's the actual story / your main goal. Everyone else, it's like a side thing. It's like, oh hey, you can complete the Pokedex if you want to. It might be in Johto, but again, I haven't played Johto. Like, it's been a while since I played Johto. But generally, yeah, the reason why your character goes on their adventure is actually complete the Pokedex, and you just happen to decide to go get badges that you're doing as you're at it. But Hoenn, that's not why you go do it. It's not really complete the Pokedex. You just kind of get given it. I'm pretty sure that's the same thing with Sinnoh. Wait, no. Never mind. I think Sinnoh actually, yeah. I think Sinnoh, you do leave home to start help complete the Pokedex or something like that. Yeah. Unova, you're not necessarily complete the Pokedex. It's just to go and have your own adventure. Kalos was the same thing, except you do get a little bit more encouraged to complete the Pokedex because one of your rivals does the little Pokedex battle, and that's his goal, is to work on the Pokedex. Even though sadly, I think by that point, his goal was more like, instead of catching them, it's just seeing them, like registering it that way. Meow. Alright. I think there's a few more. What's interesting, I was remember this spot in the Johto games because I think there's a bunch of bikers here. Which makes you wonder, these guys turn into bikers? Or did they just like, did they become the bikers? Or something else happened? Curious. Yeah, I knew it had poison point. Yeah, I probably should have not attacked it with wing attack, but I don't care. I think for me, when the originals, I want to say like the caves and the gauntlets are the ones I typically look forward to the least. Now this guy's probably like recruits all of them, and that's why they're the ones that actually become the bikers. Why not? What's slash good for? I don't know, because flying does stab on most things. Granted, it does have more power points. I mean, base power, but then again, it's also, like I said, it's stab, so. We'll see, because like I said, most people probably isn't going to have both flamethrower and emperor. Or maybe they do, because like I said, when I was a kid, I tended to have two. Like, I tended to like having like more than one fire type move. Let's use our new move. Yay! It's so weird. We don't even have 4 badges yet. We're already almost to level 50. That's weird because look, you saw how much experience that gave. But it adds up as you progress forward, you know? I think these are the last 2 guys to fight. It's interesting how that, I think, is the default look for this overworld sprite. Oh, so back to Blastoise and the TM thing. Because typically one of the best moves he can get outside of a good water move is, funny enough, Ice Beam. But I know Ice Beam is a resource. Like you can only learn it via TM, sadly enough. So because of that, it's like, you know, what do you do with something like that? You know, because again, because if I'm not mistaken, I think you can get Blizzard at the department store, but I think Ice Beam is, you have to get, I think you have to get Ice Beam at the game corner, because I'm pretty sure it's a renewable one. It's actually, now I'm thinking about it, a while ago when I was like, it's like, hey, you know, you have blah, blah, blah. Like, before when I said Celadon or the game corner, I'm like, wait a minute. Now I'm like, wait a minute. The game corner is in Celadon. I wonder how high my level's going to get by the time I get to the Elite Four. Who knows? I think I might get to at least level 60. And it is to the point where it's like, wait a minute, like, how accurate is this? Since, again, most people play with, like, full teams. Oh, yeah, this is the area you get Vulpix and Growlithe. But, so yeah, it is interesting to think about when you get certain Pokemon. I honestly forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah. So like, okay, so really the question becomes like, at what point does like, how much does this actually work? Because again, like you saw, I was able to use a flamethrower to take out an Onyx because I'm so like higher level, but you do have to ask, like, well, did I get it? Like, is the reason why I got it because I got the, I mean, because he's such high level, or because of his self-defense? Oh, this is funny. Don't know. No, the world is Pokemon. What? Game Boy Advance? What? I want to see if he learns Quick Attack. He does. Okay. So, yeah, I guess he's primed for evolution. Either way, we are moving down, down, down. Like I said, I'm going to hit up Scylla. I'm going to go ahead and do Erica before... Did I go ahead and heal? I don't remember. No, I think I did. Oh, more. I'm doing it again. Can't be too careful after all. And I guess the next episode should be able to do the Rocket Hideout and the Rocket Hideout, Silphsco. No, not Silphsco. The tower. Let me pick up the T while I'm at it. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, let's see what item you can buy here. TMs. Hyper Beam, Dig, Brick Break. See, there's the Brick Break I mentioned. Huh. I think I'm past Super Potions, but oh well. Let me check the game corner. Because I think that's where you get the one. Obviously, if you're using like different types of glitches or getting infinite of that one move. Oh, right. Oh, which I know one of you guys gives it. I wonder why you don't just get the coin case. Funny enough, that's actually accurate. Oh, I'm trying to find the one who gives you it. Wait, no. I remember now. He's in... I think he's in the cafe. Yeah. Here we go. He's the guy who gives it to you. You're broke, yet you're in here. I guess having a drink. That's something. Anyways, I want to see what all you can get here. Wait. No, I'm... Okay. Yeah, I don't really care. Sadly, I don't know what... Okay, maybe if I say... Okay, there's Ice Beam. Iron Tail. Thunderbolt. Shadow Wall. And Flamethrower. Okay, cool. One thing that's interesting is once you get to one island, there's a spot that you can, like, get just a lot of money from without actually using a glitch or oversight or whatever. Okay. Like I said, we're going to do Erica, and then we are going to stop tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, necessarily. Next time, I'm going to go ahead and get... Yeah, next time I'm gonna go ahead and okay. So we'll do the game the Rocket Hideout, Lavender Tower. It has a different name, doesn't it? It's gonna bug me because I can't remember what it is. And that's what we knew after that. Because don't you? Yeah, I think you do Sylphs. You can do Sylphs go after that. If so, I might do ahead and do Sylphco. And we'll see what time it is and like how I'm feeling essentially after that. Because like I said, Sylphco is kind of a gauntlet. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I should save some PowerPoints. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think he has Poison Point. It is some of the things where you kind of wonder how much just over leveling. But like, it is kind of sad though if I have like just an over leveled Venusaur and I am kind of struggling. That's kind of shows like how bad it can be, you know. That I have an over leveled Pokemon, yet he's still struggling. Who knows? Like I said, we'll find out when we play Leaf Green, and then we'll play one of the others again. No. I guess the Bulbasaur would technically be around level 45 right now, too. I guess really the other way to check would be to essentially run the same team. Like, decide, like, what's a decent team, and then basically just run the same team each time. Well, I guess at that point you would need to do it for each game for version exclusive Pokemon. You would rather use Ninetales or Arcanine. Alrighty. We have this, and Erica, and then... what is it? Oh, I meant to use Wing Attack. Oops. Alright. Okay, Erica! Because, yeah, I guess, really, in order to pick it, you would have to decide, like, use the same team each time, right? So, basically, you have to essentially use the same team each time. Okay, I guess you could do it 3 ways. Number 1, use the same team each time, except swap out, basically like blue, like your rival does. So... you either use Charizard the starter, or you're going to use Arcanine slash, Vileplume. Yeah, he's right there in front of me. So, yeah, Victory Bell or Vileplume? No. Arcanine or Vulpix. And then you can go with, Venusaur, and then use Victory Bell, or that one. I just don't know who you'd pick. Because the reason why they're obvious a little bit is because of the fact that that's the... oh! You know, yeah, Giga Drain is a thing, but it's still a Grass-type move. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing before I get off. The only thing is, I don't know who you'd play Blastoise with. Because, at least with those two, you know, it's kind of obvious which one you should do. Why? Well, because, like I said, I mean, I guess you could also do a run with, like, all your main options, but there really isn't another option for Venusaur. I guess Paris is technically an option. Whatever. Yeah, this is a double battle. But, yeah, I guess Paris is another option, but I think that's it. With, like, Grass-type options, right? Yeah, I think that's really it with Grass-type options. Like, I feel like I might be missing something obvious. Like, oh yeah, I guess Tangela is another option. But you don't get Tangela till way later, so there's no point in trying Tangela. I guess I'll try a Paris. Yeah, do like your main 3. So I guess, yeah, because for Charizard, it would be Ninetales. Yeah, Ninetales. Yeah, for Charizard, it'll be Ninetales, Flareon, or Arcanine. Wait. Yeah, I guess that would be a version exclusive thing. I guess Ponyta is another one? Depending on where you get Ponyta. Because I don't remember. Love how he's like excited that you got in here. Maybe I should quickly check to see if you can get Ponytail on the route here. Yeah, I know. I'm like, oh, I'm about to be done, but you know, I keep continuing. Because I'm like, oh yeah, you can't do that until you... Oh wait, no, Snorlax. Because I'm like, I was like, there's something that's blocking my way, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's Snorlax. I thought it was like, because you just don't have the bike, but no, you got the bike. Wonder why they made it Snorlax instead of just making it so that you can't get the bike till now. Oh. I guess one option for Blastoise is Gyarados. The problem is how long it'll take to get a Gyarados, and then Vaporeon. I guess Psyduck / Slowpoke is an option? I don't know. Either way, yeah, that's it for this episode. I don't know when the next one's going to be. I might end up doing one tomorrow. Because, now, I was like, oh, how come you haven't been doing it? It's because I was finishing up the Fortnite Battle Pass. And I finished it, so that's why I'm able to do it. And tomorrow, I can stay up later, so yeah. Either way, it might be tomorrow, because I'm enjoying this. I'm excited to find out how this works. So, like I said, next is going to be, yes, I have to do Charizard, then I'm going to do Venusaur and Blastoise last. Part of me kind of wants to do Blastoise next for two reasons. One, because it's been so long since I haven't actually done a Blastoise only run. But the other reason is because, I kind of want to say what I believe is going to be the hardest one for last. But at the same time, I kind of want, like, I keep saying that I don't think Venusaur is going to be as good, but I kind of want to have proof, you know, video evidence, instead of what I remember from a kid. So, plus, it's leaf green. If it was water blue, I would probably be doing Blastoise next, instead. But, actually, I probably would have done Blastoise first. But, yeah. Anyway, like I said, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you the next time. Oh, a quick update on the daily ones. Admittedly, because I haven't really had dailies, because I finished the Fortnite one, and I really didn't want to have to keep swapping between like Xbox, and I don't like streaming to Twitch. I still need to download those, but I don't like. Yeah, I have the dailies on TCG Pocket, and I guess the Yu-Gi-Oh one, but I just haven't done it, and I've been wanting to try to get other things out of the way, which actually was mostly the Fortnite thing. So yeah, I don't know when they're going to pick up to doing the daily stream again, because like I said, I'm working on a lot of different projects, mostly just housework and stuff, so kind of like spring cleaning. But yeah, anyways,